is ANN News Brief.
I'm Lucy Adeyemi. Police and protesters have clashed in Mali as post-coup talks start. Supporters of the M5 RFP coalition, which led months of mass demonstrations against deposed President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta, clashed with police at the entrance to the conference center, delaying the start of the talks on Thursday. Police fired tear gas to disperse campaigners for civilian rule before substantive talks over Mali's political future began on Thursday, in what is seen as a sign of a deepening rift over who should lead the post-coup transitional government. The junta that toppled President Keïta on August 18th wants the transitional government to be led by the military, while the Democratic Coalition and regional leaders have called for a civilian to lead. International powers fear the political uncertainty in Mali could undermine the fight against West Africa's Sahel region, against Islamist militants linked to Al-Qaeda and Islamic State, as a previous coup did in 2012. Democratic Republic of the Congo government has said on Thursday suspected Islamist militants have killed more than 20 persons during attacks on 2 villages in eastern Congo, the latest in a string of massacres. The United Nations has said this may constitute war crimes rather. Administrator of Irumu territory, Rachel Tawai, said the militants killed the civilians with knives and firearms on Wednesday night as the fighters attacked the 2 villages around 120 kilometers south of the city of Bunia. Some are reported to have fled. The United Nations figures show the Allied Democratic Forces, ADF, a Ugandan armed group operating in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, for more than 3 decades have killed more than 1,000 civilians since the start of 2019. The UN says violence attributed to the ADF has soared since the start of the year, following the launch of a large-scale army campaign to wipe out the militia. As a result, the ADF abandoned its bases, split into smaller, more mobile groups, and took revenge on civilians in an attempt to divert the army's resources to protect villages. Several attacks attributed to the ADF have also been claimed by Islamic State, although researchers and analysts say there is a lack of hard evidence linking the 2 groups. We'll be right back.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
The World Health Organization says international donors have raised $700 million to purchase future coronavirus vaccines for poor countries in a global initiative to ensure eventual vaccines do not go only to rich countries. A WHO official said on Thursday that amount is less than half the initial target of $2 billion. Africa Regional Director for the WHO, Matshidiso Moeti, told an online press briefing that there is a great deal of work to be done to diversify the possible sources of funding. Moeti said at least 8 African countries, including South Africa, Gabon, Namibia, and Equatorial Guinea, had agreed to self-finance access to the vaccine. The World Initiative Towards Vaccine, COVAX, is co-led by the Gavi Vaccine Alliance and the WHO, the CEPI Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations. Its aim is to deliver 2 billion doses of effective approved COVID-19 vaccines by the end of 2021. Last month, the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said the continent had started to slowly bend the curve of COVID-19 infections as measures like mask wearing and social distancing slow the spread of the pandemic. That is ANN News Brief at 10. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Adeyemi.